Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of StoneBlock, the beta test pack I am checking out for Infinite Gaming. This is Scoots42, and we have got a massive amount of chicken manure. That is no joke. We also have a decent amount of eggs, and believe it or not, I have also gotten a pretty decent amount of nether quartz from these guys. I did go ahead and dig a basement. I've got some plans for a couple of levels. Most notably, and what I wanted to get started on first, was extending our power supply. Mainly because these guys are spitting out cobblestone, because I can actually power quite a bit more. We can produce quite a bit more power with what we have available. So let's get this stuff cleaned up. I'd like to get some of this stuff cooking. The apples are great, but I haven't been farming the trees like I should be, because there is something else that I'd kind of like to get to today if we can. But we're going to focus on getting our power up and going first. So I'm going to need these crucibles, which I've already made. Let's see, we can put that up. Let's put the rest of this stuff up. We're going to need our item ducts, which I believe are up here. Here's some. We're probably going to need more hardened fluid ducts. So let's check out the recipe for that, because I don't remember. Invar and lead. So we're going to need some nickel and iron. Let's see. Let's take about half of that. Maybe one more. And did we have any nickel? I want to say that we do. It's probably over here. No? Didn't we smelt up a bunch of it? There's some of it. I could have sworn. Oh, it's in there. Oh, we have a bunch of Invar in there already. How nice. Okay, so let's get that pumping out. And we're going to need some lead, I believe. A little bit of lead, a little bit of Invar. That should get us started. Maybe one more. And one more. Thank you, sir. And we'll need a couple pieces of lead. There we go. And before I forget, before we do anything else, I'm going to open this loot chest that we got. Compact giant chance cubes. Oh man, I do not know how I feel about that. We're going to just kind of put this over here. And I saved this loot bag. I wanted you guys to see something in here that's cool. I got a drawer key. So we are definitely going to be working on getting some drawers pretty soon. So let's go ahead and get some of these guys. There we go. Nice. And I did kind of rearrange how this stuff is doing. We don't need servos up here because these automatically output through the top. You can hopper out of the bottom, but they will automatically output through the top. And they're kind of overflowing the item ducts here. And I already, we're going to need our flint and steel. I forgot. There we go. Flint and steel should be around here somewhere. It might be up here. It might be in my toolbox. There we go. And I swapped out the lava that we were using for this for netherrack with fire. If we check here, I decided against the mega torch. We could probably craft one, but I think it's going to stop my mob spawner. And since we don't really have to worry too much, we get the occasional evolved Enderman. Not that big of a deal. We might switch over to Yellorium, because, I mean, that's 20 times, and that might be worth it. Possibly, I don't know. We'll just kind of have to play that by ear. Lava gives us a 3-time modifier, But fire gives us a 5 times. So what I did over here was I've already placed a bunch of netherrack down here. There we go. And I don't remember exactly how many of these crucibles I made. I think I made 5. At least that's what it's telling me. So that'll give us a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and pop that stuff there for now. So if we pop you guys on here, like so, we shouldn't need any more servos. And those should start filling up with cobble. There they go. And now we can get our hardened fluid ducts. Now these, we are going to need servos on each one of these. And I did do quite a bit of sifting. So that shouldn't be a problem. So let's go. We're going to need 5 more servos. I will need some iron. And I'll take those iron nuggets. That'll help us get a few of them. And some redstone, that's for sure. We got a little bit. We still need to be kind of careful with it. And let's see, servos. How are we doing for? I think we just need some more iron nuggets. So let's get. Let's see, that would give us 4. So we're going to need at least 1 more. That'll give us what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That should give us what we need. So servo. Yeah. And we're just going to take 5 of these. There we go. And the rest of this stuff can come back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we want to make sure these are all set to redstone ignored. And then now that we've got that going, I've been letting this guy kind of do his thing, grinding stuff up for me. I give it a bunch of cobblestone first and let it all grind up into the gravel. And this time around, I'm actually going to sift some gravel because I want to try to get some more diamonds. And that's how we get it. But what I've been also looking at, what we might throw in the mix, one of the things we should look at are some flux ducts. We need a little bit of lead. There we go. And I think 12 should be plenty for now. I'm going to try to save some of that redstone. Because what I want to kind of start getting into, if we take a look at our quest book, I definitely want an auto sieve. That is for sure. But to get credit for that, we need to do a diamond stiffened mesh. And I'm pretty sure that is going to take 4 diamonds. Let's check on that. There we go. Yeah, 4 diamonds. And I've only got 3. I've only got the 3 diamonds so far. Let's see, what else can we get into? What have we done? We did claim the magmatic. So I think it's time to start working on some storage drawers. I think that is probably the next thing to do. Oh, there is mystical. And we need 16 prosperity shards. We can do that right now. I actually got some of those from sifting. There are those. We can go ahead and take care of that right now. Nice. We got that loot chest. Inferium essence. We should be able to take care of that also. Inferium essence, nice. And we can make a bunch of this stuff too. I mean, we're definitely going to be getting further into mystical, because there's a lot of good stuff we can get from mystical agriculture. But I think that's enough getting into it for the time being. Now, because today I really want to focus on resource collection from what we should be getting from sifting. So I think, why don't we grab some of this, like maybe a stack of gravel, and see if we can get one more diamond, so we can get that diamond mesh. Shouldn't take too long. Let's see, I think our best chance is going to be through the iron stiffened. Yeah, because we don't even have a diamond mesh, which gives us a slightly better chance. So this does go pretty quick since we've got the 5. I think we can actually go up to a 5x5, and that would go even quicker. But I don't want to get too crazy with it, because I know I'm going to be setting up some auto sifters, and it just kind of seems like a waste of resources almost. Because, I mean, this didn't take very long at all. Because oh, there we go. I think I just got some more diamonds because it gave me the achievement. Nice. So I got the last diamond I needed here to get our diamond mesh. So let's clear some of this stuff back up. Oh, good. We got a little more lapis, too. That'll be nice. See. And man, I hate to use all of our diamonds already right away, but it just kind of seems like the smart thing to do. I'm going to hang on to these flux ducts for a minute, because hopefully we're going to be needing those. Alright, so diamond mesh. And that should have completed a quest. Nice. So we've got a few loot chests open, and now we can look at an auto sieve. Maybe let's open some of these loot chests and see if we get anything cool. A couple more lenses from Britannia. Where did I have those down here? Yeah. Well, you do not stack, unfortunately. Okay. So loot chest number 2, 64K ME storage component. Oh, that's nice. They're doing that to me on purpose because I want to go with refined storage. And flask of adrenaline gives us haste 2. Okay. So I think I had you up here, right? All right. So fairly decent stuff. Fairly decent. But let's take a look at this auto sieve. Okay, so that's going to be a sieve, 2 blocks of iron, glass. Okay, so we're totally doing that. We are making that happen, Captain. Do we have more iron is the big question. I've got a little bit, because I put a bunch of iron in without realizing that I still had a bunch of nickel in there. And we now have a ton of Invar, which isn't the worst thing in the world, granted. Totally not the worst thing ever. But I think, unfortunately, we can only get 1 block of iron, and we're going to need a second one. So we'll need like 3 of these ingots to hurry up. And you'll be smelting down shortly. Okay. So let's get this put up. Let's take a look down here and see what we're doing, because I mean we are definitely pumping out the lava. So I will probably first I thought I might replace this generator with a dynamo, but I think what I'll do is keep the generator and just add some dynamos to the mix, and eventually, like, this wall over here will just be power supply, and I'll probably have some kind of an auto sieving system over here. And then through here, once I have the ability, I'm going to make a few more of those hardened fluiducts, and we'll be able to directly keep that smeltery full of lava, which will be cool. We won't have to keep filling that up. Let's see. Because there's still tools, and I mean there's a lot of things we're going to be doing with the smeltery. So there's some iron. All right, so that should get us our next block here. And what else do we need? Some glass panes and a sieve. So it looks like we just need some planks and some glass panes. So there's our sieve and our auto sieve. Nice. All right. So let's get some more of these item ducts. And we're probably going to want more item ducts than that. So let's get some of this lead back out. And is it 10? I want to say it's 10. Lead and 10 that gives us those opaque iron or opaque item ducts. It is. Nice. Okay. So what we can do is we're probably going to end up moving this over here somewhere. And I'm thinking maybe across the hall here, or maybe even down below. I may do the storage for all of this. But what I'm thinking, let's go ahead and take all that out. And let's take that out. Look at that. I think we're going to have just enough room to move all this stuff. We may need to make some more flex ducts. That is a distinct possibility. Because I kind of want to set all this stuff over here. So I'm thinking if we do like the auto sieve there, that means crusher here? Or do we, maybe it would be better if we put the crusher here, and then we could have the iron chest here. I'm thinking we may need some more of these leadstone flex ducts as well. I don't know that we'll have enough. We've only got 9 of them. Let's make sure you're set to output. There you go. Not quite. Looks like we'll need another batch of them. And we'll need some more servos as well. But we can kind of get this set back up. What in the world? That was not where I was aiming at all. There we go. So the chest can go back here. Nice. And I don't suppose I have a hammer or a crescent hammer, no? So let's go grab our crescent hammer, which is probably up here. There it is. And we are going to want some more flux ducts. We need our redstone back. And we'll do one more run of them, I think will be enough, because we're also going to want a couple more servos. So there, that should get us what we need there, hopefully. And we need some diamond nuggets, because I'm thinking we'll need at least one more servo. Alright, so let's go see what we can get done with this stuff. Okay, so did I remember to grab that completion quest before we get too carried away? I did not. So let's go ahead and pick you back up for a second and claim that quest before we start getting too crazy here. There we go. So that whole line is actually done now. What is that? Oh, the Deep Dark. Okay. The Deep Dark, totally a thing. We will be visiting the Deep Dark at some point. I can promise you that. So let's get our sieve back here. There we go. And we're going to want there and there. And no connection there, if you would, please. Okay, so we should be able to put the cobble back in here. That can go back in there. We'll put the diamond mesh in here for now. And let's see if we can get the rest of our cables run. So ignore redstone, and then let's just pretend. We already did pretend. We put a bunch of, okay, so that should be going now. Oh, look, you can see him. You can see him grinding away in there. So what does gravel through a diamond get us? Better chance at diamonds, iron. Cool, we're already getting stuff. Awesome. How awesome is that? So what I'd like to do is let's get a little bit of cobblestone, and or if we have any stone, well, we've only got a little bit of stone. So let's get some cobble cooking up here. I'd like to get some stone to replace the floor. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've actually been kind of working on getting things prettied up in here. What I'm thinking, where exactly are you? Let's set a waypoint, just so I can see where this is upstairs. I may not have a place upstairs quite yet. Well, that's interesting. I can't actually... It's probably through that wall. It's probably on the other side of this. Right in there somewhere. Really? You serious? It's so hard to tell. It should be like right there-ish. Why can I not? There we go. It's weird. I can usually see them. So I'm thinking it must be like right around here. Yeah, because that's the way down. That is so weird. I would have sworn that I should be able to see that upstairs. But it's only a few, like 3 or 4 blocks past the end of the staircase there, which should be like right over there. So I'm thinking it's like right behind this wall here. But the journey map's actually not really... Oh, I fell down there again, dang it. Not what I wanted to do. Oh well. What I'm thinking is it might not be a bad idea to try to run something up through there for storage, because this guy's going to fill up pretty quick. And there we already got another diamond, which is awesome. But we're not done with this yet. We're going to have a few more of these. There's going to be hopefully a guy that's sifting gravel, another guy that sifts sand, and another guy that sifts dust for me. So we're going to have a few of these, and I don't know if we're going to stick with crushers. We may end up switching over to pulverizers. We may have a crusher and a pulverizer, because honestly, if I remember right, pulverizers go directly from cobble to sand. I think they skip gravel altogether. But in any event, let's go ahead and open this loot chest. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 64K disc. Oh, and we got 4 of those. That is super awesome. Super, super awesome. So have you got me any iron yet? Nice. I will take that. Because if we can get some iron, that means we can get a grid system up and going. $9.95. Minus 1001. So that means it should be like right through this wall. So let's see if we can find where that is. Right here. Okay. How appropriate. How appropriate indeed. So what'll probably end up happening is I'll most likely need to move this setup. I'll probably end up moving it down over here somewhere. Or I may even put it over here-ish and then add another drain on the smeltery for inputting for making obsidian. But I don't have a problem making obsidian this way for a while. That won't hurt my feelings at all. You know what might not be a bad idea, too, while we're at it, is let's go ahead and get you, say, right there-ish. Do we have any more fluiducts? Hardened fluiduct, if you would. There we go. nice. And let's get some of that stone here and repair our floor. And let's see if we can make ourselves another servo. Any more iron up here now? It's all going to be right over here. Okay. And we'll actually want 2 servos. Or do we just want the 1? I think maybe we'll just be able to get away with 1. Because what we really need are more of these, which is copper and lead. So let's see, do we have any copper ingots? We do. So let's get a few more of these. I think that might be enough. We'll leave that up there for now. And we'll get you on there. And you'll be set to ignore. And can I sneak? No, I don't think so. I should have put a few of those in there. That's alright, I've got a plan. I've got a plan to get that connected. Oh man, I made the wrong fluid duct. Oh no. Oh, we should have made hardened. Man, I don't know why you guys keep letting me do that. Hardened fluid duct, sir. There we go. So we're actually going to need to change this. The only reason this hasn't exploded is because we haven't needed to use a bunch of it. Hardened fluid duct. There we go. And then we'll put a few there. Now we'll put you back. There you go. And we'll need a servo here. There we go. Now we should be able to fill you back up. There we go. Alright, so let's see what we need. Oh my goodness. For hardened fluid ducts, Invar and lead. It's a good thing we made a bunch of that Invar. Hardened fluid duct, there we go. Wow, I can't believe I did that. How silly. How silly is that? So what we can do with some of you guys, and hopefully I can reach this up here. Oh, nice. There we go. Nice. That doesn't look half bad. And then we can just run you right over there. And now the smeltery should stay full of lava, which will be totally, totally awesome. Alright, so we got quite a bit done today. Totally bunches and bunches of stuff done. So one of the things that we'll take a look at real quick before we go. Now let's get some of this stuff cleaned back up here. So we have a little room. We need a little room to discuss. That was not what I wanted at all. I think you kind of knew that. There we go. Nice. So let's see here. Let's take a look at what we need. First of all, for a drawer. Let's go ahead and get that quest out of the way. We just need a few more planks. Okay, so there's our drawer. And so that should have gotten that quest if I can find our, there it is, better questing. Let's see, storage. This may not be done. Okay, so that's fine. That is totally okay. How about a solderer? We'll definitely want some of those. Let's just kind of take a look at the recipe here. So we know what we're getting into. Quartz enriched iron. So we're going to need a fair amount of iron, and we'll need to make some of these pistons into sticky pistons. So we're going to need a decent amount of redstone. But we're getting there. I will more than likely have the resources for that by the next episode for sure. I think what we might do is, before we go, I should, one last thing, I should finally have enough of this stuff to complete this quest. Nice. And it wants us to make fan, iron spikes, and an item collector. We've already made one, but I'll make another one. So this is from Open Blocks and Extra Utilities. Let's see what we need to make the fan from Open Blocks. So we need a little bit of iron, which I'll probably have to wait. Well, we might have enough. Just need iron bars. Do I not have iron bars? I thought we had iron bars. No? Do I have more iron in here yet? No? We really don't have the iron to totally get into it. We might be able to knock it out before we go. Because we need 2 of them. Fans. There's 1. There's 2. And then it wants, what does it want? What kind of spikes was it? I don't remember. Iron spikes from Extra Utilities 2. Now that's what I'm not sure we'll have enough for. Iron spikes. Yeah, look at that. We're going to need a bunch of that stuff. What we can do is get ourselves a hopper and get another item collector. Because it's that, do we need obsidian for that? I think we need obsidian for that. Do I have any obsidian? No. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and call it a day here. We did get quite a bit done. Let's see, let's get this stuff put away. You can go up here. I think one of the things I'm going to do too is I'll probably end up swapping this guy out for a drawer. More than likely. In fact, let's see if we can do that the cheap and easy way right now. Oh yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Item duct. There we go. So you are totally full already. So let's put the rest of the cobble in here, and let's let this guy get a bunch of sifting done for us. How about that? Let's get this loot chest open. Another flask of adrenaline. Okay, I'll take it. And I will take any iron that you have. And I am going to say that is Garth's, that's more than enough done for today. We got a lot done. We've got a lot more coming. So I hope you guys had some fun today. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Thanks for stopping by, and take care.